Hey everyone, Jessiana Seville here from thekidneyrd.com. I have listed on our agenda this week to talk about oxalates, and if you've been watching our feeds, our social media feeds, there's a lot of information about oxalates that is coming out. But tonight, I actually wanted to shift a little bit and talk a little bit about what we've learned about polycystic kidney disease in the last year. We're coming up on just over a year since we started implementing a ketogenic plant-focused therapy for people with polycystic kidney disease, and we have learned a lot. We knew that we would learn a lot when we embarked on this journey because it was a new therapy, not just for polycystic kidney disease, but for kidney disease in general, to utilize a plant-focused ketogenic approach. And we knew that we'd have a lot of lessons. And so I just wanted to share a few of those and hope that they can be insightful for people with polycystic kidney disease, or maybe you have diabetes or a lot of weight and you're wondering if a ketogenic diet is right for you. And, you know, some really critical things to think about. So the first thing that we have learned, which is a big plus, is that following a plant-focused, kidney-safe ketogenic diet is possible. You can have a lower protein ketogenic diet that is not only amazing and delicious, but totally doable. Most of the people that we have worked with over the last year that have been wanting to try this out have honestly been very busy professionals. They're busy. They don't have time to spend 50 hours a week in the kitchen. They need solutions that are going to be whole foods, that's going to work for them, and you know that are going to work in their lifestyle with their work as well. And so one thing that we feel like we've learned is that this is totally possible. You do have to commit to some time in the kitchen to follow a plant-focused ketogenic diet, but the food is amazing. And I credit a lot of that to the team at the Kidney RD, who develops the recipes and takes a lot of thoughtful time and puts a lot of passion into developing that. So Diana Bruin has been fantastic. Her Kidney Kitchen for PKD is phenomenal. I love her, and I are always swapping ideas about new products we find or new recipes as we've tried out this approach ourselves. And then some of the other people on the back end, Jessica Prone, who helps run our blog and, you know, taste test a lot of this stuff. It's just incredible what they have produced. So hopefully you've checked out our website to see some of the recipes that we have put out. They are double, triple, quadruple tested by a lot of different people to make sure that they taste good. So first lesson is we've seen that it's possible, right? Totally possible to do a plant-focused, low oxalate, ketogenic diet that is doable even for very busy people. So number one. Number two thing that we have learned is that a ketogenic diet really doesn't work for everyone. Now, I know that should sound like a no-brainer, but it has been really enlightening to us. We're really excited about utilizing this therapy. And for people with polycystic kidney disease that are looking for a solution where they've been given none, this is really a ray of hope. What we have seen is that people that have already some underlying thyroid issues, a ketogenic diet has not worked for them without addressing the thyroid issues first. So that has become a priority for us, is making sure that we're kind of digging into hormones and thyroid ahead of time so that people can be very successful on this approach. We have also, so that's been another big learning experience for us. We're real careful about if there's underlying thyroid issues that we're not going to cause further problems with the ketogenic approach, and it can be that powerful. Carbohydrates are really important when it comes to the thyroid and conversion of some of your thyroid hormones into the right form. So obviously, if you're in a very low carbohydrate ketogenic approach, that might not work. So that's something else that we've learned this last year. It doesn't mean you can't do a ketogenic approach. It means you need to lay the groundwork in a very smart way first. And that really is done best with a professional, in my opinion. So second thing we've learned. The third thing that we have learned is that if people are unsure about a ketogenic approach for polycystic kidney disease or incorporating it in general, it's good to start slow. So we have started with people that are like, I'm not sure I'll tolerate all that fat. You know, I have I don't have a gallbladder anymore, or things aren't, I'm just not sure all that fat's going to work for me. There's something to patient intuition, which we really like to hone into as a practice. And I feel like that's a good sign for us, a good flag for us to make sure that we are slowly ramping up how much fat people are having. So that might start with doing, some fat bombs, some heavy fat snacks, some heavier dressings, and see how people tolerate them. If they don't feel good, then we have to back up again and consider why, right? Is it a lack of digestive enzymes? Is there something else going on? Is a ketogenic diet not going to work for them? Are they not going to feel good on it? And maybe we need to back up just a little bit. So that's been another really critical thing that we've learned, is that for some people, we start slow, make sure they're going to tolerate that amount of fat, rather than just diving in from day one. And again, doesn't mean that if you don't tolerate fat at first, you can't use a ketogenic therapy to help, shrink cysts and get some stability in the decline of kidney function. It means you might need to lay some groundwork first, whether with your digestive health or whatever. And that's something that we look at really closely. So 3 things. The fourth thing that we have learned is that for some people, a ketogenic diet is not going to work, and it doesn't mean that there is no clear nutritional pathway for them with PKD. So I've explained a couple reasons why it might not work. And, some people might feel discouraged. This is like the lifeline. This is the hope that they had with polycystic kidney disease, was to follow a ketogenic diet. And 100%, it's an amazing, amazing approach. I really think the research that has come out on this has been absolutely groundbreaking. But for some people, a ketogenic diet doesn't work. So if you have polycystic kidney disease, what are your other options? Definitely a high protein diet is not a good idea. We still teach people to use a plant-focused diet, low oxalate, as well, teach them how they're going to manage oxalates. Those are still huge opportunities with the management of polycystic kidney disease, as well as other common strategies like reducing salt, increasing hydration, and, digging into a little bit, how can we reduce the glucose load, implement some intermittent fasting to see if we can get some power there. For those people that don't tolerate it, we're excited for the keto citrus supplement that's coming out from Santa Barbara Nutrients. I think for some people where a long-term ketogenic diet isn't going to work, or they just can't do it, period, for whatever reason, that really is going to be a helpful product. And so we're just excited to see where that's going to go as that comes out. So 4 things we've learned as a recap. Number 1, a low oxalate plant-focused ketogenic diet is delicious. It's possible even for busy people. Number 2, not everyone, well, if you have thyroid issues, a ketogenic diet might not be your starting point. You need to lay some groundwork first on that. Number 3, the fat quantity doesn't work for everyone, and so you might step in slower. It's something that we can evaluate with people when they come in, make sure they can start this very safely and be successful long term. And number 4, for people that aren't going to tolerate a ketogenic diet, there are other strategies for polycystic kidney disease that you can still work on to generate a healthy lifestyle to sustain your kidney function as much as possible. Anyways, that is it for tonight. Please check out some of the other stuff we've talked about on oxalates this week. That's a really important topic for PKD. You can look back at some of the other videos on that. If you're watching this on YouTube, we really appreciate a like and comments. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, then we appreciate so much when you share this with people that can be impacted by the message and that can find help or hope from these different options. Diet is so powerful, and we're really proud to be able to help people with this critical piece, really foundational piece of kidney health. All right, that's all. Bye-bye.